Hi, my name is Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I do reactions to K-pop videos. Specifically, I like to do lyric reactions and breakdowns. We're doing part 3 of the Map of the Soul solos, and that is Ego. I'm really excited. I really love J-Hope. Not only is he like the mother and the general and the backbone of BTS, but he's just such a ball of sunshine. He's the mood maker in a lot of ways. I just love him. I think he's fantastic. I think he is probably one of the best dancers in K-pop. He is so good. So let's go ahead and let's just watch Ego and enjoy the third part of this series.
We're now going to progress to some steps which are a bit more difficult. Ready, set, and begin.
Can we also just say that was such a fun, very J-Hope, very like street hip hop kind of vibe intro. I don't know, it's just, if you just had me listen to that and I had no idea who had written it, I would have guessed him. Like, it's so much his vibe. I go back every day to the me of yesterday, to the life of giving up, which is interesting. And I let myself go away. But in this world, you know, there are truths unchanged. Time rushes ever forward. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. Like, there's no I might have done that. I might have gotten this far. I might have done this or that. Like, it's fun to like think back on like who I could have been. But in this life, there isn't really that. There's just who I've been, who I am, what I'm doing. There's almost no room for interpretation on that, is what he's saying. Like, there's no going back and changing things. Like, it's just how it is. He almost is the opposite of RM, in that RM is going to tell you what he means in the most words, in the most beautiful language. J-Hope almost like uses the most precise words. They're very opposite people, honestly. Like, of BTS, I feel like J-Hope and RM are almost the most opposite. I'll stick to that. If you have an argument to make of more opposite members, let me know. But I feel like they are almost like polar opposites from each other. Almost forgotten memories return. Touch of the devil, fateful recall. These could all be phrases that are like specific in Korean. But when you like sign your life away, or like the really important choices you made, maybe the regrets you have, I still wonder, why did they beckon again? And I wonder if what he's wondering about is when he left the group and they asked him to come back. I wonder if that's what he's talking about. Why did they do that? Why did BTS choose to ask J-Hope back into it? Why did Big Hit ask him to reconsider? Like, why did he get that chance when how many debutees? How many children trying to debut get 2 chances to debut in the same group? I'd go out on a limb and say that's what he wants to know about. Every day, ask me, guess it, whip it, repeat, oh. And this is that same kind of like cyclical thinking that in Shadow, Suga was showing by just actually repeating the verses. RM was talking about it as like the thought spirals that he's twisting over at night. And he's saying, ask me, guess it. He's got that hip hop style, and he's asking you in the same kind of thing in a totally different way. But like, thinking it back up, nothing will change, so I lock it up again. How much love, how much joy, soothe myself, stay calm, alone. You know, and he's where Suga was really agonizing and RM was really agonizing about like, what being themselves means. J-Hope's taking on the ego and he's saying, I think about these things. Like, of course these thought spirals come up, these questions that don't get answered, these regrets I almost had or do have. But at the same time, like, they're not really helping in any way, all those thoughts. And so I just soothe myself and stay calm and don't let it destroy me. He has a very different mindset about this. And this is what I love about J-Hope. This is the hope in the group that's just coming out. And this is what the ego is all about, is finding that balance. And he definitely, of the two, seems, at least the persona of J-Hope that we see, definitely seems to have it more together. And yeah, it could absolutely be that he just doesn't talk about it the way RM has been forced to talk about it, the way Suga has decided to talk about it. J-Hope may just hide these things better, but at the same time, it almost seems like he doesn't have to. He definitely presents in a way that, like he's saying, like he doesn't care about those things. Like those things in the past, that gets to live there. His choices were fate. And so we're here. Like it doesn't help to have regrets. Like we all have them. There's something we will have to live with. But they do not help anything. There's nothing you can do about something you regret. You only can continue to move forward. You can't fix the thing that has already happened. So those choices were fate, and we're here now. Like, how did I get so lucky? Like thinking about all the ways that life could have been different, all the ways you could have fucked up, all the ways that it could have been better, that maybe you had all of these other options. Like, it's not that useful. What would those things have been? This was fate, and we're here now. We're on this road. Look ahead, the way is shining. And he says, keep going now, and then ready, set, and begin. Okay, and I think this is important. Life, not of J-Hope, who is a stage persona, who is the member of BTS that we see, but of Jung Hosek flashes by, of the other person, the person who is basically his shadow also, like the him who he'd have been without BTS, the him who's still there but who isn't who he's chosen to live his life as. And he basically says that person, he could have been filled with regret and had no hope. Like, he was chasing ghosts. He wanted to just dance and he wasn't going anywhere with it. It was very small scale. Like, this was the opportunity for him to get to dance. His whole life was being in BTS. And he almost gave it up. Like, there are specific things to regret about that. A person who he could have been might have had a way worse life. I'm blaming my dream, asking why I live and breathe. And then all of these gods are really cute. All the gods with his face. But he's saying something really specific here. What he's saying is, he almost gave up an opportunity. What if he had been the one sitting at home, not having a dream anymore, not having made it with what he thought his dream was, which was dancing, and he saw BTS, where BTS was here, writing the Map of the Soul album, like just about to be the biggest thing in the entire world, like on their way up. If he'd have looked at that, yeah, there could have been all kinds of regrets. It could have been terrible. But it's almost like, for him, that's the one thing that he's like, that's what the shadow was this almost, he almost didn't do the thing that he wanted. And so who he is today, how can he have those regrets? Like, how can he regret the things that he may have missed when what he got was so much better than what he dreamed of. That's where I'm going with this. This is what I'm taking from it. "7 years of anguish" come out finally. Like, I'm finally talking to y'all about how I almost wasn't part of this. "Oppressions all resolved. Into my heart come answers from my most trusted." Like, I'm finally opening up. I'm finally talking about things that sucked, or things that went a way that I didn't expect. And into my heart come answers from my most trusted. From, you know, people I actually trust. Like friends, family, the rest of the members. Only one hope, only one soul. Hope, of course, being the most important part of J-Hope. Only one smile, only one you. And that is kind of universal things to say, but also very specific to him. Like, there is only one J-Hope. There's only one person who can fill the roles he's filling. Because man, when J-Hope is not around, especially during variety show things, there's only been a few times, but my goodness, are they a chicken with their head cut off. Without their general to command, BTS cannot function. They by far do best when J-Hope is assigning roles and telling people what to do. Like, he's so much the mom of the group and the general of the group. Like, everyone has a role and everyone does something for the groups. Everyone has like the thing they do, but he really has the most authority among the members. Like, they listen to him the first time. If he assigns tasks, those tasks get done by the person they were assigned to. Like, he very much is kind of the backbone of the group, honestly. The younger ones just look up to him so much. The older ones really rely on him. Only one, an unchanging me. Okay, and that's important too. The way I trust, the way I go, became my fate, became my core. And he's the one who has said, he chose the name J-Hope, and that's what he wanted to embody. That's who he wanted to be. He wanted to be this hopeful person. And so slowly over time, he has become it. Rather than just starting off as someone who is really, really hopeful. Like, that's what he has striven to be. He has created the persona of himself and then decided that no, that is who he is. Like, that is going to come with all of this baggage that's going to come together. That's going to be him. It's not going to be a persona on the front and him hiding everything else behind. Like, that's the way maybe RM has dealt with a lot of things, but J-Hope's like, no, I will be happy and hopeful and, you know, express myself the way I want to. I will be these things. And it's a big part of who he is. So, like, it was hard, it was sad, but it still reassured me and made me know myself. I learned who I was by deciding who I was gonna be. It's such a fun, like, party song, but also just like, it's so balanced. It's such a good ending of the series. He's just like, this is who I decided to be. Like, this was a decision I made. because the regrets I have are things that I almost thought were gonna be my regret. Like, I thought I'd regret being part of this group when I left. And he thought he, you know, he almost wasn't a part of the group then, and he could have had that as a regret. You know, if you're in the position where you could have almost not been a part of BTS when you could have been a part of BTS, like, what other regrets even matter? Like, you can't have those. You can't hold on to those kinds of things. Like, you just, who you are is who you are. And fantastic song. What do you think about Ego? What do you think about J-Hope? I am gonna get into the solos for the vocal line from the Love Yourself series, because I think those ones are phenomenal. All of them are so heartfelt. All their singing is so good. So the next thing we're gonna be doing is Serendipity with Jimin, and we'll go through the order again. I think doing things in order is fun for me personally. So we're gonna do that next. So look forward to that. I hope you're having a great day. I post videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of Ego and the map of the Soul solos and what other BTS songs you really, really like. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye!